Hello, welcome to Spark and Speak. Before we start, I want you to do something small. Close your eyes for just 3 seconds. Take a deep breath in. Now, breathe out. Open your eyes. Good. You are here. You showed up. And that already puts you ahead of most people. Now, let me ask you something honest. Something that might feel a little uncomfortable. Have you ever looked at your life and felt stuck? Have you ever worked so hard, given everything you had, but still felt like nothing was changing? Have you ever watched someone younger than you, someone who started after you, suddenly pass you by? They got the job. They got the success. They got the praise. And you? You were left standing there, wondering what went wrong. If that sounds like you, please do not feel ashamed. You are not alone. Millions of people feel this way every single day. And most of them believe the problem is bad luck, or no talent, or the wrong family, or the wrong country. But today, I am going to tell you the real reason. And the real reason is this. It is not about what happens to you. It is about the mistakes you keep repeating without even knowing it. Yes, mistakes, hidden mistakes, silent mistakes. The kind of mistakes that do not shout at you. They whisper. They hide behind your habits. They sit inside your daily choices. And slowly, quietly, they eat away at your potential. Today, we are going to uncover 7 of the most dangerous mistakes people make in life. These are the mistakes that keep good people stuck. Smart people, poor. Hardworking people, unhappy. And the best part, once you see them, you can stop them. Once you understand them, you will never repeat them again. This video is long, it is detailed, and it is powerful. So grab a notebook if you can. Sit somewhere comfortable. And give me your full attention for the next 45 minutes. I promise you, it will be worth it. Are you ready? Let us begin. And one more thing before we start. I want you to listen to this video not just with your ears, but with your heart. Some of these mistakes might feel personal. Some might sting a little. That is okay. That sting means you are learning. That discomfort means you are growing. Lean into it. The truth is not always comfortable, but it is always worth hearing. Also, if you are watching this to improve your English, I have written every sentence in simple, clear language. Short sentences, easy words. No complicated grammar. So relax and enjoy. You are learning English and learning life lessons at the same time. 2 skills for the price of 1. Now, let us get into the 7 mistakes. Part 2. Mistake number 1. Waiting for the perfect time. The first mistake is the biggest dream killer on this planet. And that mistake is waiting for the perfect time. Let me tell you a story. There was a young man named Arif. Arif lived in a small town. He was smart. He was hardworking. And he had a dream. He wanted to open a small phone repair shop. He knew how to fix phones. He had saved some money. His cousin even offered to help. But every time he thought about starting, a little voice in his head said, "Not yet. You are not ready. Wait a little longer." So he waited. He said, "I will start after winter." Winter came and went. Then he said, "I will start after my brother's wedding." The wedding happened. Then he said, "The market is bad right now. I will wait." 1 year passed, then 2 years, then 5 years. Arif never opened his shop. Do you know what he does now? He works for someone else. In a phone repair shop, fixing phones for another man who had the same idea but did not wait. That man was not smarter than Arif. He was not richer. He was not more talented. He just started. He started before he was ready. He started when he was scared. He started when things were not perfect. And that made all the difference. Let me tell you a truth that most people do not want to hear. The perfect time does not exist. It has never existed. And it will never exist. There will always be a reason to wait. The economy is bad. You do not have enough money. You do not have enough experience. You are too young. You are too old. The list never ends. But the people who change their lives are not the ones who wait for the stars to align. They are the ones who start walking in the dark. They figure things out along the way. They learn by doing, not by waiting. Think about a baby learning to walk. Does the baby read a book about walking first? Does the baby practice in secret until it is perfect? No. The baby just stands up and tries. It falls. It bumps its head. It cries. But it gets back up. And one day it walks. Then it runs. You have to be like that baby. Do not wait until you are an expert. Do not wait until you have all the answers. Do not wait until your fear goes away. Fear never goes away completely. You just learn to walk with it. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is right now. So whatever dream is living inside your chest, whatever idea keeps you awake at night, take one step toward it today. Just one. Write the plan. Make the call. Send the message. Register the name. Take the first step. Because a small step today is better than a giant leap that never happens. Let me share one more thing about this mistake. Some people say, but what if I start and I fail? Good question. But let me ask you a better one. What if you start and you succeed? What if the thing you have been waiting to do is the thing that changes everything? You will never know unless you try. You will never know unless you begin. The world is full of graveyards where unfinished dreams are buried. Dreams that never got a chance because someone kept saying, tomorrow. Do not bury your dream. Give it a chance to breathe. Give it a chance to grow. Starting is the hardest part. Once you start, everything becomes easier. The second step is easier than the first. The 10th step is easier than the second. And before you know it, you are running. But it all begins with that one scary, messy, imperfect first step. So I will ask you directly, what have you been putting off? What dream has been sitting in the waiting room of your mind? Name it, say it out loud, and then promise yourself that today you will take one small step toward it, not tomorrow, today. Part 3. Mistake number 2. Comparing yourself to others. The second big mistake is comparing yourself to other people. And in today's world, this mistake is more dangerous than ever before. Why? Because of social media? Every day you open your phone and what do you see? Someone bought a new car. Someone went on a vacation. Someone got married in a beautiful place. Someone is showing off their perfect life. And what happens inside your heart? You feel small. You feel poor. You feel like you are falling behind. You start to think, what is wrong with me? Why is everyone doing better than me? But let me tell you something very important. What you see on social media is not real life. It is a highlight reel. It is a movie trailer, not the full movie. People post their best moments. They do not post their worst. You do not see the arguments behind that perfect couple photo. You do not see the debt behind that new car. You do not see the loneliness behind that big smile. You do not see the anxiety behind that confident face. You are comparing your whole life, the good and the bad, to someone else's best moments only. And that is like comparing a raw, unedited movie to a polished trailer. Of course, the trailer looks better, but the full movie has a deeper story. Let me give you an example. Imagine two runners in a race. Runner A starts at the starting line. Runner B starts 200 meters ahead because he got there earlier. After 5 minutes, Runner B is ahead. Does that mean Runner A is slow? No. Runner A just started at a different place. Give him time. He will close the gap. Your life works the same way. Someone might look like they are ahead of you, but you do not know where they started. You do not know what advantages they had. You do not know what price they paid. Everyone has a different starting line. Everyone has a different race. And here is the most important thing. When you spend your energy comparing yourself to others, you take that energy away from building your own life. It is like trying to run a race while staring at the runner next to you instead of watching where you are going. You will trip. You will fall. You will lose. So here is a better approach. Instead of comparing yourself to others, compare yourself to who you were 6 months ago. Ask yourself, am I learning? Am I growing? Am I moving forward? If the answer is yes, even a little bit, you are on the right path. Progress is progress. It does not matter if it is fast or slow. A river does not compare itself to a waterfall. It just keeps flowing, and eventually it reaches the ocean. Be like the river. Keep flowing. Stay in your own lane. Focus on your own journey. And stop poisoning your peace by looking at someone else's plate. Your time will come. But only if you keep working. Only if you keep believing. Only if you stop wasting your energy on comparison and start investing it in your own growth. Let me tell you about a gardener. This gardener planted 2 trees on the same day. One tree grew fast. In just a few months, it was tall and green. The other tree grew very slowly. After 1 year, it was still small. People walked by and said, "That second tree is useless. It will never grow." But the gardener knew something they did not. The second tree was growing deep roots underground. Strong roots, powerful roots, and after 2 years, that slow tree became the strongest tree in the entire garden. It survived storms that knocked down the fast tree because its roots went deep. You might be growing deep roots right now. It might look slow on the outside. People might not see your progress, but underneath, you are building something strong, something that will last, something that no storm can destroy. So do not let anyone's highlight reel make you doubt your behind-the-scenes work. Your journey is different. Your pace is different, and that is perfectly fine. Keep going. Part 4. Mistake number 3. Giving up too soon. The third mistake is the one that breaks my heart the most, and that mistake is giving up too soon. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine a man is digging for gold. He has been digging for hours. His hands hurt. His back aches. His shirt is soaked with sweat. He looks at the pile of dirt around him and thinks, "There is nothing here. I wasted my time." So he throws his shovel down and walks away. What he does not know is that the gold was just 3 feet below where he stopped. 3 feet. A few more swings of the shovel and his whole life would have changed. But he will never know, because he quit. Now, let me ask you, how many times have you been that man? How many times did you stop digging when the gold was right there, just beneath the surface? Maybe you started a new job and quit after 3 months because it was hard. Maybe you started learning a new skill and gave up because you were not getting better fast enough. Maybe you started a project and stopped because nobody supported you. I understand. Quitting feels easy. It feels like relief. When you quit, the pressure goes away. The hard work stops. The pain stops. But you know what else stops? Your growth, your progress, your future. Let me share something with you. Almost every successful person you admire came very close to quitting. A famous author was rejected by 12 publishers before her books became one of the biggest series in the world. A great businessman was fired from his own company, but he came back and built something even more incredible. A legendary athlete was cut from his high school basketball team. His coach said he was not good enough, but he practiced every single day, and he became the greatest player his sport has ever seen. These people did not have superpowers. They were not born special. They just had one thing that most people do not have. They had the strength to keep going when everything around them said stop. Success is not for the most talented. It is for the most persistent. It is for the people who refuse to quit, who fall down 10 times and get up 11. So the next time you feel like giving up, I want you to stop and ask yourself one question. Am I quitting because this is truly wrong for me? Or am I quitting because it is hard? If the answer is because it is hard, then do not quit. Hard is normal. Hard is expected. Hard is the price of a beautiful life. Remember, diamonds are made under pressure. Gold is refined by fire, and the strongest steel is forged in the hottest flames. Your struggle is not a sign that you should stop. It is a sign that you are being shaped into something stronger. So keep digging, keep pushing, keep going. Your goal is closer than you think. And I want you to think about something else. When a storm hits a tree, it does not just test the tree, it makes the tree stronger. The wind forces the roots to grow deeper. The rain feeds the soil. After the storm passes, the tree is not weaker. It is stronger than before. You are that tree. The hard times you are facing right now are your storm. And when this storm passes, and it will pass, you will be stronger, wiser, and more prepared than ever. I have seen people quit on the last day of their struggle. I have seen people give up on Monday when their miracle was coming on Tuesday. Do not be that person. Hold on. Fight for one more day. Try one more time. Send one more message. Make one more effort. Because the difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is not talent. It is not luck. It is not intelligence. It is persistence. It is the refusal to quit. It is showing up again and again and again, even when nobody is watching, even when nobody is clapping, even when nobody believes in you except yourself. And sometimes believing in yourself is enough. Sometimes that one voice inside your head that says, keep going, is louder than the 100 voices that say, give up. Listen to that one voice. It knows something the others do not. Part 5. Mistake number 4. Listening to negative people. The fourth mistake is one that almost everyone makes, especially when they are young. And that mistake is listening to negative people. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever told someone about your dream and they looked at you like you were crazy? Have you ever shared an idea and someone immediately said, that will never work? Have you ever felt a fire inside you and someone poured cold water on it before you could even start? If yes, then you know exactly what I am talking about. Negative people are everywhere. Sometimes they are strangers. Sometimes they are colleagues. And sometimes the hardest part, they are people you love. Your parents, your siblings, your best friend. They do not mean to hurt you, but their words can kill your dream before it is even born. Now here's the truth about negative people that nobody tells you. Most of them are not bad people. They are just scared people. They are people who once had their own dreams, but life got hard. They failed. They got hurt. They gave up. And now when they see you trying, it reminds them of what they lost. Instead of feeling happy for you, they feel uncomfortable. And so they try to bring you back down, back to where they are, back to the safe, comfortable, ordinary life that they have settled for. It is not hate. It is fear. Have you ever seen crabs in a bucket? When one crab tries to climb out, the other crabs grab it and pull it back in. Not because they hate that crab, but because if one escapes, the others have to face the truth that escape was always possible. And that truth hurts. People can be the same way. But here is what you need to understand. Their fear is their problem, not yours. Their limitations are their limits, not yours. What they could not do does not mean you cannot do it. So what should you do? Be very careful about who you allow to speak into your life. Not everyone deserves a microphone in your world. If someone is not where you want to be, think twice before taking their advice. If someone has never built anything, think twice before letting them judge your blueprint. Find people who believe in you, people who challenge you, people who push you higher. And if you cannot find those people around you right now, that is okay. Find them in books. Find them in videos like this one. Find them in podcasts. The right voices can change your entire direction. And here is my favorite part. Use the negativity as fuel. When someone says you cannot do it, let those words light a fire inside you. Let those words push you to work even harder. Let their doubt become your proof. Because one day when you succeed, those same people who laughed at you will tell everyone, I always knew they would make it. And you will smile because you will know the truth. Guard your dream. It is the most valuable thing you own, more valuable than money, more valuable than gold. Protect it with everything you have. And let me add one more thing. Sometimes the negative voice is not outside. Sometimes it is inside your own head. That little voice that says, you are not smart enough, you are not talented enough, who do you think you are? That voice is lying to you. That voice is lying too. That voice is the collection of every negative thing anyone has ever said to you, stored inside your mind. And just like you can choose to stop listening to negative people on the outside, you can choose to stop listening to that negative voice on the inside. When that voice says, "You cannot do it," answer it. Say, "Watch me." When it says, "You will fail," answer, "And I will get back up." When it says, "You are not enough," answer, "I am more than enough. I am growing. I am learning. I am gumming." Talk to yourself like you would talk to your best friend. With kindness, with encouragement, with belief. Because the way you speak to yourself matters more than the way anyone else speaks to you. Fill your mind with good words, good voices, good messages. That is why channels like this one exist, not to make you feel good for a few minutes, but to plant seeds in your mind that will grow into something powerful over time. Part 6. Mistake number 5. Not taking care of yourself. The fifth mistake is one that hardworking people make all the time without realizing it, and that mistake is not taking care of yourself. You have a big dream. You work day and night. You skip meals. You sleep 4 hours. You drink 5 cups of tea or coffee just to keep going. You push through headaches. You ignore stress. You tell yourself, "I will rest when I succeed." But let me tell you what happens when you live this way for too long. You crash. Your body gets sick. Your mind gets tired. You cannot focus. You cannot think. You cannot create. And that dream you were chasing, it slips through your fingers because you are too exhausted to hold on to it. Think of yourself like a phone. You use your phone all day, right? Calls, messages, videos, apps. But what happens if you never charge it? It dies. The screen goes black. It becomes useless. No matter how expensive or powerful it is, without charging, it is just a piece of glass. You are the same. You are your most important tool. You are the engine that drives everything in your life. Your work, your family, your dreams. If the engine breaks, everything stops. Taking care of yourself is not being lazy. Let me say that again because many people need to hear it. Taking care of yourself is not being lazy. It is being smart. It is being strategic. It is making sure the engine keeps running so the journey can continue. Here is what I want you to do. Start with the basics. Sleep 7 to 8 hours a night. Your brain cleans itself while you sleep. It repairs itself. If you skip sleep, you are making your brain work with dirty, broken parts. No wonder you feel foggy and confused. Eat proper food. Drink water. Your body is not a machine that runs on junk fuel. Give it real food. Fruits, vegetables, protein, water. These are not luxuries. These are requirements. Move your body. You do not need a gym. Walk for 30 minutes. Do some stretches. Play a sport. Just move. Your body was designed to move, not to sit in a chair for 12 hours. And please, take care of your mental health. This is just as important as physical health. If you feel overwhelmed, talk to someone. If you feel anxious, take a break. If social media makes you feel bad, put the phone down. Write your thoughts in a journal. Pray. Meditate. Breathe. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot light up the world if your own fire has gone out. Take care of yourself first. Not because you are selfish, but because everyone you love needs you to be strong and healthy. Work hard, yes. Chase your dreams, yes. But also rest, also heal, also breathe. The goal is not to burn out at 30. The goal is to build a life that lasts. I know a man who worked 18 hours a day for 5 years. He built a big business. He made a lot of money. But at the end of those 5 years, he was in the hospital. His body gave up. His relationships were broken. His children barely knew him. He had money in the bank, but emptiness in his heart. He told me something I will never forget. He said, "I climbed the ladder of success only to find it was leaning against the wrong wall." Do not make that mistake. Success means nothing if your health is gone. Money means nothing if your family does not know you. Achievement means nothing if your spirit is broken. Build a life, not just a career. Take care of your whole self, not just your bank account. Sleep, laugh, play, spend time with the people who matter. Enjoy the journey, not just the destination. Because at the end of your life, You will not wish you had worked more hours. You will wish you had lived more moments. Remember that. Part 7. Mistake number 6. Being afraid of failure. The sixth mistake is being afraid of failure. And this one is especially tricky because it hides behind a mask. It looks like caution. It looks like caution. It looks like being smart. It looks like patience. But really, it is just fear. Let me ask you something. What would you do if you knew you could not fail? Think about that for a second. Would you start that business? Would you apply for that job? Would you move to that city? Would you write that book? Would you ask that person for help? Most people have big dreams locked inside them, but those dreams never come out because they are guarded by fear. Fear of failing, fear of looking stupid, fear of what others will think, fear of losing what little they already have. But here is the truth that nobody teaches you in school. Failure is not the end. Failure is the beginning. Failure is the classroom where success is taught. Every time you fail, you learn something new. You learn what does not work. You learn what to avoid next time. You learn where your weaknesses are. And with every failure, you get better, smarter, stronger. A scientist does experiments. Most experiments fail, but the scientist does not cry and go home. The scientist writes down what happened, changes one thing, and tries again. That is how every medicine, every invention, every technology was created. Through failure after failure after failure, until one day, it worked. Your life is the same. You are the scientist. Your dreams are the experiment. And failure is just data. It is information. It is a teacher dressed in uncomfortable clothes. The only real failure is the one you never learn from. And the biggest failure of all is never trying. So change the way you see failure. Do not see it as a wall. See it as a door. A door that teaches you, shapes you, and prepares you for the success that is waiting on the other side. Fall down 7 times. Stand up 8. That is the rule. That is the formula. That is the secret every successful person knows. Let me share one final thought about failure. When you look at a beautiful piece of pottery, it looks perfect and smooth. But do you know how many times the potter had to start over? How many times the clay collapsed? How many times the pot cracked in the oven? Many times. Many, many times. But the potter did not call those moments failure. The potter called them practice. Your failures are practice. They are rehearsal for the big moment. Every mistake teaches your hands how to work better. Every setback teaches your mind how to think sharper. Every loss teaches your heart how to fight harder. So stop running from failure. Start running toward it. Because on the other side of your biggest failure is your biggest lesson. And on the other side of your biggest lesson is your biggest success. Be brave. Try new things. Make mistakes. Learn from them. And try again. That is the cycle of greatness. That is how every ordinary person becomes extraordinary. Part 8. Mistake number 7. Number 7. Living without a clear plan. The seventh and final mistake is living without a clear plan. Let me explain this with a simple picture. Imagine you want to drive to a city you have never visited before. Would you just get in the car and start driving randomly? Without a map? Without a direction? Without knowing which road to take? Of course not. You would get lost. You would waste time. You would waste fuel. You might even end up in the wrong city. Or worse, driving in circles thinking you were making progress when you are not. But that is exactly how most people live their lives. They wake up each day with no plan, no goals, no direction. They react to whatever happens. They go wherever the day takes them. And then they are surprised when years pass and nothing has changed. A plan is your map. It does not have to be complicated. It does not have to be 100 pages long. But it has to exist. You have to know where you are going. You have to know what you want. Here is a simple method that works. Ask yourself 3 questions. Question 1. Where do I want to be in 1 year? Be specific. Not, I want to be successful. That is too vague. Instead, say, I want to save 10,000 rupees, or I want to learn a new skill, or I want to get a better job. Be clear. Question 2. What do I need to do every month to get there? Break your big goal into smaller pieces. If you want to save 10,000 rupees in a year, that is about 850 per month. Now the goal feels possible. Question 3. What can I do today? Not tomorrow. Not next week. Today. What is one small thing you can do right now that moves you one step closer? Write your answers on a piece of paper. Stick it on your wall. Put it on your phone. Look at it every morning. Let it guide your day. Let it filter your decisions. When a choice comes, ask yourself, does this move me closer to my goal or farther away? If it moves you farther, say no. If it moves you closer, say yes. A goal without a plan is just a wish. And wishes do not build houses. Wishes do not pay bills. Wishes do not change lives. Action does. And action needs a plan. Plan your life or someone else will plan it for you. And I promise you, their plan for your life will never be as beautiful as yours. I also want to tell you something about plans. Plans can change, and that is okay. Life is not a straight road. There are turns, there are detours, there are unexpected stops. Your plan might change 20 times. That is normal. The point is not to have a perfect plan. The point is to have a direction. A compass, not a map. You need to know which way is north, even if the road takes you east for a while. As long as you keep moving toward your goal, the path does not have to be straight. Some of the best things in life happen by accident, but they only happen to people who are already moving. If you're sitting still, nothing happens. If you are moving, opportunities find you. Doors open, people appear, chances come. So make a plan, start moving, and be ready to adjust along the way. That is how real life works. Not perfect, not predictable, but always moving forward. Part 9. The final message. We covered a lot today, so let me bring it all together. Mistake number 1. Waiting for the perfect time. The perfect time is a lie. Start now. Start messy, but start. Mistake number 2. Comparing yourself to others. You have your own race. Stay in your lane and focus on your growth. Mistake number 3. Giving up too soon. Your breakthrough might be just around the corner. Do not stop now. Mistake number 4. Listening to negative people. Guard your dream like it is gold, because it is. Mistake number 5. Not taking care of yourself. You're the engine. If the engine breaks, everything stops. Rest, heal, recharge. Mistake number 6. Being afraid of failure. Failure is not your enemy. It is your teacher. Learn from it and keep going. Mistake number 7. Living without a plan. Know where you are going. Write it down. Take one step every single day. These 7 mistakes are silent. They do not come with warning signs. They do not hurt right away, but over months and years, they destroy potential. They steal time. They waste talent. They keep good people stuck in lives that are much smaller than they deserve. But now you know them. And knowing is the first step to changing. I want you to remember something. It does not matter where you come from. It does not matter how many mistakes you have made in the past. It does not matter how many times you have fallen. What matters is what you do now. What matters is the decision you make today. You have the power to rewrite your story. You have the power to break the cycle. You have the power to become someone that the old you would be proud of. Your story is not over. The best chapters have not been written yet, and the pen is in your hand. Nobody else's hand. Yours. So pick up that pen and write something beautiful. I want to leave you with one last thought. A thought that I hope you carry with you long after this video ends. Every morning when you wake up, you get a gift. That gift is a brand new day, 24 fresh hours. No mistakes in it yet. No failures. No regrets. It is clean. It is new. It is yours. What you do with those hours is your choice. You can waste them repeating the same old mistakes, or you can use them to build something new, something better, something that the future you will thank you for. Choose wisely, choose bravely, choose differently. And I promise you, 1 year from now, you will look back at this moment and say, that was the day everything changed. Make today that day. If this video touched your heart, if it taught you something useful, please hit the like button. It is free. It takes 1 second, but it helps this video reach more people who need to hear this message. And if you have not already, subscribe to Spark and Speak. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new video. We are here every week with videos that help you grow your mindset, improve your English, and become the best version of yourself. Share this video with one person who needs it today. A friend, a brother, a sister, a classmate, someone who is going through a hard time. One share can change someone's day, maybe even their life. Drop a comment below and tell me, which of these 7 mistakes hit you the hardest? Which one have you been making? I read every single comment, and I love hearing from you. And if you are new here, welcome to the Spark and Speak family. This is a place where we grow together, where we learn together, where we lift each other up. You are not alone on this journey. We are all walking the same road. Some of us are just a few steps ahead, and some are a few steps behind. But we are all moving forward, together. Thank you for spending these 45 minutes with me. Thank you for choosing to learn. Thank you for choosing to grow. That choice alone puts you ahead of most people in the world. This is Spark and Speak. Keep learning. Keep growing. Keep shining. Your light matters. See you in the next video.